Mosaic, a daily news program from Link TV, presents a selection of news reports from independent and state-controlled broadcasters from throughout the Middle East.
The Israeli Haaretz newspaper reported that the main objective behind the pressure campaign exerted on the new Palestinian leadership by Sharon's government is to force Abbas to take actions against the armed organizations or compromise main Palestinian issues in the next round of negotiations. Meanwhile, Israel demanded aid from the United States for a project of building electronic gates throughout the separation wall after failing to get a loan from the World Bank, which refused to finance the project because the wall was built within the 1967 borders. Maybe it is not an exaggeration to say that the negotiations between the Palestinians and the Israelis, which were expected to resume after the elections of Abu Mazen, have ended before they even began. The honeymoon between the Israeli government and the new Palestinian leadership, which was created in the wake of Arafat's death, has also ended. Prime Minister Ariel Sharon's political and military decisions have put Abu Mazen in a true test. Sharon did not end the military incursions in Gaza, and his attacks have provoked the Palestinian resistance, which explains why they carried out the Mentar crossing point operation. It seems that Sharon was waiting for such an operation. He immediately decided to cut diplomatic and political relations and increase military operations before giving Abu Mazen an opportunity to do something. All this happened within the first 24 hours since Abu Mazen was sworn in as the new president of the Palestinian Authority. It is worth mentioning that soon after Abu Mazen was elected, but even before he was sworn in, the Israeli officials demanded him to take actions against the Palestinians' armed groups. Israel seems to be acting as if there is no tomorrow, which was evident in Israeli newspapers. The Haaretz newspaper quoted Israeli officials saying that Sharon's government will not wait for Abu Mazen and that the Israeli patience has run out. The newspaper reported that the main objective behind the pressure campaign exerted on the new Palestinian leadership by Sharon's government is to put it in the corner and deprive it from any international support as long as it does not take actions against armed groups. The Israeli government thus leaves Abu Mazen with only two choices: either compromise major Palestinian issues in the next round of negotiations or confront the armed Palestinian groups. In the eyes of the Israeli government, the timing is crucial because it is preparing for the implementation of the unilateral withdrawal plan from Gaza, scheduled to take place in May. Sharon's government may intend to evacuate the settlements in Gaza, but it wants to strengthen its control over settlements in the West Bank. This explains why a special Israeli governmental committee agreed to finance 100 projects in settlements that were supposed to be evacuated in the West Bank, according to the unilateral disengagement plan. Sharon's government, which is trying to persuade the United States with the legitimacy of these projects, justifies them as a natural settlement growth that aims at ensuring a normal life for the settlers. In addition, Israeli officials are trying to